Hey y'all, welcome to a very special episode of the Sentimental Twist. I am interviewing someone that you all know today, and I can't wait for you to meet her officially.
Can you believe we're together?
We're in the same room, in the same state.
And y'all, her house and Brittany is just as precious as you would imagine she would be.
And same for Melissa. We've had so much fun. She got here 2 days ago.
Yeah.
And we've had a lot of fun with our besties, Julie.
Julie came, and Anna's was our babysitter yesterday.
Yeah, I had to go to a dance recital for a little bit.
Yeah.
So Anna came and babysat Melissa and Julie and showed them around Dothan, and we ate a lovely meal together, and we've just had a blast. And so we thought this was the perfect chance to do a special bonus episode of the Sentimental Twist. Really, we're going to call it What Happens When Internet Friends Meet in Real Life.
Yeah. So if you've never listened to our podcast and you don't know the story of how Brittany and I met, we actually, I think, started following each other on Instagram several years ago.
Mm-hmm.
But then you became really intentional with your Instagram.
Yeah.
And you niched down to tell the story of your home.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think because our algorithms enjoy that kind of content, she started popping up more on my feed. And then I started following her.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that her niche is very similar to mine, whereas you lean more toward a storied home and I lean more toward storied recipes and the way my mother hosted.
Mm-hmm.
So I reached out to Brittany on DM and said, I think we have some great content that we could meld, and what would you think about doing a podcast? So we met virtually. Yeah. And then we launched our podcast a year ago.
Mm-hmm. June was a year ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we have 3 seasons, 30 episodes. Mm-hmm. So lots for you to binge on and get to know us for when we release season 4, which will be sometime in July, maybe.
Yes.
Okay.
We're still working on the details for that.
Yeah. So today is just kind of a fun little off the cuff episode. We don't have any specific topics we're going to discuss. We do have some fun little questions we're going to ask each other, and but anyways, just a chance because we've been wanting to meet for a really long time, and my bestie Julie loves road trips, so we hopped in the car and left on Thursday and stopped halfway in Jackson, Mississippi, and stayed at the most lovely bed and breakfast called the Fairview Inn.
Okay.
It was built in 1908, and it's supremely stunning and doesn't have like any of the Victorian dolls.
It's not a creepy,
have the weird creepy vibe.
Creepy B&B.
Delightful. So, and then we're leaving in the morning and we're going to stay there another night and then we'll go home.
So fun.
Okay. So we ready?
Yeah, let's chat.
Okay. So, we have some first impressions.
Yes,
first impressions versus reality. What surprised you once we became friends?
I think the most interesting thing, and I knew this from just our interactions online and filming the podcast, but being in person together, we have some differences and things, but we are a lot alike in our preferences and habits. And I mean, today we were like, do we have to put makeup on? Like we were very similar in
we love our homes.
Personality.
We are perfectly content without having to go anywhere. Yeah. And I think that we probably would not have gone anywhere today if it hadn't been for Julie.
Yeah.
Because Julie, when she goes on trips, she likes to do things, as most people do.
Yes.
But Brittany and I are the outliers. When we go on a trip, we don't really want to do anything.
We don't have to.
We were like, do we even have to do a podcast? And Julie was like, no.
You have to do a podcast.
You have to do a podcast.
So you can thank Julie for the special episode in Real Life Sentimental Twist podcast today. So, okay. What's something listeners probably don't know about us? Ooh, I kind of thought about this a little bit.
Okay.
I mean, I think y'all probably know that we're pretty petite. But maybe
you're super petite.
Maybe you don't realize how petite we both are. I mean, we're both pretty short.
I'm 5'3",
but
you're like a little Polly Pocket.
I'm like maybe 4'10".
But I knew that. So when I went in for my hug, I was really. She gave me the sweetest hug. And I asked her best friend, Anna, I said, is Brittany a hugger? And she said, mm-mm. And I said, you gave me the most beautiful hug Like, it was really like you lingered.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's just like so
So
special
sweet.
that you're here.
It was so sweet.
In
And
my
you
world.
patted me too.
Oh.
It was really precious.
I think that's a little bit of my mama in me.
Yeah.
My mama was a hugger.
Julie got the video of her hugging. Maybe we could edit that into here.
Oh, yeah, we can like splice it in. Yeah, I can do that.
It was just really sweet.
Aw.
So, and I'm an adaptive hugger. If I realize going in that someone's not a hugger,
Oh, yeah.
I won't be real, like, I won't make them hug.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. I felt like we were vibing.
yeah, it was really sweet. You're just precious. And her home is everything that you would imagine on Instagram. It's just, there's just something everywhere. And I keep asking her, like, was this your mom's or did you get this? So many sweet touches. I can't wait for you to come to my house.
I know, I can't wait either.
Yeah.
We're going to shoot for the fall.
Okay. So what's something, listeners don't know about us.
No, we just did that one about being very petite.
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Because it's kind of hard to tell how tall people are when they're sitting.
Oh, yeah. And I get a lot of comments about that on Facebook, not the Instagram people. The Instagram people are nice, but the Facebook people are like, why is your countertop so tall? I'm like, it's not. I'm just not tall.
Yeah.
Okay. So the next question is fun. What is something we completely disagree on? Melissa, what is something we completely disagree on?
Football. Oh, lipstick?
No.
No, what?
You tried it. You took you took a no thank you bite.
Can y'all guess what it is? What have we been talking about all season?
Actually, probably all 3 seasons.
How I could not wait to try these. I'm gonna go get a dish of them out. Are they in the refrigerator?
Yes, they are.
Peanuts.
Boiled peanuts.
So Brittany's been telling me how delicious these are, and I've kind of been a little skeptic because from what I had understood from her is that these are not crunchy peanuts. And so there's already that expectation, like, when you're craving a Diet Coke, but for whatever reason in your brain, it's something. Have you ever done that where you've poured a glass of milk, but you're in your brain, you've really thought it was going to be a Diet Coke and then you took a drink that was a little different?
Yeah.
So she had these beautifully displayed in chinoiserie bowls, I think.
Yeah, I had them in some
and I'm actually going to eat one on camera.
Oh, are you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. She doesn't love them, so this will be fun.
So first of all, they're wet. And that is kind of like you just took roasted peanuts and you put them in the pool. Because our pool is salty. Can I just set these on the ground?
Mm-hmm.
And so then she's like, well, you could eat it whole, right?
No.
No. Okay. Do you want to crack it?
Yeah.
And see, it's already wet.
This one. Yeah, here we go. Green boiled. They're not green the color. They're green as in they're young boiled peanuts that were pulled before they were needing to be harvested and boiled and salty.
And so I want to be really respectful of the fact that this is her heritage. But I don't look at that. It's a shiny peanut. Okay. I'm going to have to get something to chase it down.
Did you swallow it whole? Okay, so we're going to put a poll. Somewhere we'll put a poll. Have you tried boiled peanuts? Do you like boiled peanuts? Melissa obviously does not like boiled peanuts.
And I'm really not being dramatic. It's just,
they're delicious to me.
They are. And I'm so happy for you.
But I grew up in the peanut capital of the world.
You did. And so to you, that's a normal taste. You were teethed on soft peanuts.
But we'll poll the audience at some point.
Yeah.
Okay. Last question in this first impression section is, what's the most on-brand thing the other person has done this weekend?
Well, when we got here, Brittany had beautifully made, and we've talked a lot about hostess gifts and the importance of making your host feel special. But Brittany did what Lydia Menzies' messaging is to make your guests feel welcome. So she had this beautiful gift basket waiting for us that had, what's the name of the pop-up art?
Oh, fresh cut paper
cards, a bag of roasted peanuts,
I knew
which I'm really going to be into that. A little package of mixed different kinds of pecans, which are really good, and peanuts that were roasted.
And honey, like toffee peanuts.
And a jar of
Mayhaw jelly.
Mayhaw jelly, never have had that. And a book.
Yeah, an Alexander Stoddard book.
Which we're both Alexander Stoddard fans.
And a sample of some local coffee.
Yeah.
I wanted it to be like themed around my background and my history.
Yeah.
So the Mayhaw jelly is from my hometown of Colquitt, Georgia, which is the Mayhaw capital of the world. And the pecan little sampler is from a local pecan company here in Dothan. And of course the peanuts. And then Alexandra is.
Yeah, it was just so sweet. It was just
fun.
really personal, and I just really appreciated that.
It was fun to collect the things for you.
Yeah.
And they brought me sweet little gifts too.
But what's been on brand about me?
Okay, whenever I try to like, I'm sorry I don't have, or I didn't do this, or apologize for things, you're like, don't worry about it. Like, so intention, not perfection. When it comes to hosting and having guests, that's the most on brand thing besides the no thank you bite of the peanuts.
Yeah. I mean, Brittany, had knee surgery 9 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And so she's really had a busy this wasn't your first week back, but this is really launching into a lot of and the 10-hour work days.
Yes.
So she was tired this weekend. And so we gave her permission to go to bed last night at 8:30, which was fine. Because Julie went to her room. I sat on the couch and watched TV and scrolled on my phone. And it was just so nice to lay on her couch and just be like, I'm at Brittany's house.
Yeah.
And there's nothing going on. We weren't trying to entertain each other.
Yeah.
And you had permission to go and be yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's nice about it is that we can totally just be ourselves, and it doesn't feel like we're having to be entertained or be on. That's all right.
Although I think her best friend Anna is exhausted today because I can be a little much.
She asks a lot of questions.
I ask a lot of questions because I want to know people, and I don't think Anna was prepared for how investigatory I am.
No, Anna didn't say that. That's Melissa's impression.
Not in a bad way, but just like, Anna, what's your favorite color? Anna, what's your favorite thing to bake? Anna, tell me about your mom. Anna. So I think she was like, I'm going to go on home and go to bed. And she's still not here. She's still at her house.
She's coming. We're going to go to the movies this afternoon.
Yeah, we're going to go see Devil Wears Prada. And then we're going to go eat Mexican food and probably come back home and get on our pajamas. Yeah.
And do more of the same.
Yeah.
So, okay. So now we have some rapid fire questions. That's like, who's more likely to, now that we've spent time together in real life, we probably can answer these questions a little better than we could just knowing each other virtually.
This is kind of like our Porch Talk speed round.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah. But it's like, which one of us fits this better?
Okay.
So the first one is, who is more likely to be late? Neither
one of us. We're always on time.
We're on time people.
Yeah. And Mr. Twist tends to dawdle. And so really, I don't like to be late to people's homes. I mean, I may not be there right at the stroke of 1, but I'll be there between 1 and 1:05, so
like the appropriate amount of.
Yeah. But if we have timed things, like we're going to the movies or we have timed tickets to something
or reservation,
I'm always going to be on time.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Okay. Who is more likely between the two of us to rearrange a centerpiece?
Yeah, that would be me. I wait till you walked away and then I might kind of zhuzh it a little bit.
Who is more likely to cry at a commercial?
Are you a crier?
I am a crier.
You are? I feel like on the podcast, though, you're kind of reining it in a little bit.
Yeah.
Is that because
I'm not like,
is that because you don't want publicly? You do.
No.
When you talk about your mom or we talk about things that are, sensitive.
I think I'm more likely to cry at a commercial, tear up and be emotional about it, but not boo-hoo over it.
Yeah.
It's more like, okay, so even a football commercial might make me tear up, silly things.
When those SPCA commercials come on,
I don't watch
I
those.
have to mute them.
Yeah.
And now I have to put something in front of the TV because I just don't want to see a dog chained up.
No.
Okay. Buy vintage dishes when they do not need any.
I think that's both of us.
Yeah, I bought some yesterday. They weren't vintage.
She did buy some dishes yesterday.
I bought some dishes at Dollar Tree. I popped in to look for those dumpling things that Dollar Tree is going to have. And some Dollar Trees have already got them, and this one hadn't. But they had dishes that had little bees on them. And I just thought they were so cute. And so they were only $1.
Yeah, they were on sale at the Dollar Tree.
Yeah. So I paid $8 for 8 dishes. So I thought,
awesome.
that's
Yeah, because the Dollar
I could
Tree is now
use
like
them.
the $1.25.
It's
The $3 tree, the
$1.25-ish.
$5 tree.
Yeah.
So.
Or dollar in general. So I thought, those are something I could have for a little while, and then I could just take them back to Goodwill or something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Romanticize a gas station coffee.
I think that's both of us too.
Yeah.
We
I
both
love a good coffee. And Brittany's been making some good coffee in her smeg,
Mm-hmm.
and it's been Southern Pecan.
Yes, it's a local coffee company called Headland Coffee Company, Headland, Alabama, and it's the Southern Pecan.
It's really good. And she's got this fun little a glass door refrigerator that's kind of in this niche underneath her coffee pot, and that's where she has all of her soft drinks and her creamers and her cold foam. And did you know that I like cold foam?
Yes.
And so that's why you bought it?
Mm-hmm.
See, that's a hostess. That a good hostess is someone who files that information away or writes it down.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're like, I know they're coming. So I know she likes half and half, and I know she likes cold foam.
Mm-hmm. And I made sure to have
precious
some soft drinks because I don't drink sodas.
Yeah, asked Julie what her favorite things were to drink before we came.
Yeah.
So she just had everything, and that's what a good hostess does.
I wanted to make sure y'all felt comfortable, and
yes,
easy for you to be in my house without having to ask a lot of
and
questions.
we have slept like rocks in your bed.
That makes me so happy.
Except the first night, Julie heard knocking.
Yeah, I think Miss Lucia was coming to visit,
and we Googled Lucia, who lived in this house, and she did pass away in the home.
I didn't know that.
It said in her obituary she died peacefully in her home. So we know that Miss Lucia is so delighted that you're hosting, that you're being a good steward of her home.
I'm definitely honoring her.
Absolutely.
Her home. Because
Google her, Lucia
Driggers.
She's one of those grandmas that's like really soft.
She's
like
precious.
if you touched her, she'd be super soft. She lived to be 98.
Mm-hmm.
So there's good juju.
Good juju in the house.
Did she build this house with her husband? Oh, so she
Mhm.
was the original owner.
Mhm. And the house across the way right there, that was her mother's house. Mhm.
Really?
Mhm.
It's cute too.
Mhm.
The little neighborhood reminded me a lot of a neighborhood that my mother's best friend, Ruth, childhood best friend, because her other best friend was Margaret.
Mhm.
Childhood best friend Ruth lived in Vernon, Texas.
Okay.
Little small town. It reminds me a lot of this.
Mhm.
Just really pretty Southern homes
Mhm.
with window boxes and shutters
Mhm.
and beautifully manicured front yards and
Yeah.
people who really are very proud of their homes.
Most of the houses in mine, I think mine is the newest house in the neighborhood, and it was built in 1953.
Mm.
So
It's everything you would imagine.
Mhm.
It is. I'm
Mhm.
just so proud of you.
Thanks.
Cheers, darling.
Let me get mine.
Yeah. Look how much I've drank.
I haven't had a sip yet. I just brushed my teeth not too long ago.
I did too, but it doesn't matter.
Okay, we have one more. Who is more likely to question? Who is more likely to bring emergency snacks?
That would be me. I stopped at the gas station on the way because I was hangry. I should have gotten it out of the car.
Oh, your bag of gas station
it?
snacks? Sure, I don't care.
Okay, put it on pause. Or
Okay, we'll just let it go. We'll edit it out. Are you eating your gas station snacks?
Okay. So, on the way here, I was starving. It was kind of that awkward time of the day where it wasn't quite time. It was way past lunch, but I knew we weren't going to have dinner for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Bugles.
Yeah, I love a bugle.
I ate all these. Oreo, Muddy Buddies, Crunch and Munch.
I love Crunch and Munch.
Ooh, these are Cheez-Its, but they're the toasty Cheez-Its.
Ooh, extra.
So they've been overcooked.
Ooh, those are good.
Pretzel chips. And then I didn't open these two. Dry roasted peanuts and almonds. And then a thing of beef jerky.
I always get beef jerky at the gas
and that's
station.
it.
Mm-hmm.
So
I usually get beef jerky and nuts and a bag of chips.
yeah, I hadn't had Bugle since I was a kid. So that was kind of like, and Crunch and Munch I haven't had since I was a kid.
They have Hidden Valley Ranch bugles that are real good. My vending machine at work has them, and I get them sometimes.
So this was $20 worth of snacks. So those were my emergency snacks.
Yes.
Okay. Now,
current obsessions? Is that what we're going to talk about
Mhm.
next? I haven't really. I need to think. It's going to be hard for me.
yeah, one thing we're loving.
Okay. I'm loving.
I'm loving my garden right now.
Ooh, that's good. I'm loving the new HVAC unit that I have in my house, and I was thinking about this.
It works really well,
It
by the
works
way.
really great. So I think I mentioned this on an episode in season 3 about how I was needing to get a new HVAC. And I finally bit the bullet and did it, especially because I knew they were coming and we needed to not be suffering in my house. But my house is 1953. It's old. But I was thinking about this and I was talking to Anna because my last 2 houses have been also built in the 50s. So this is the first time in 10 years or more that I've had an HVAC that really does the job.
It's a workhorse.
Yeah, and it like it's cycling off and on 70 degrees and it's like really hot and muggy outside. So I know it's doing
And I'm
the work.
sleeping so well
And
at
I'm going to
night.
knock on all the wood that nothing ever happens to it, and it
It wasn't the original unit.
No, I had to get a whole new one. The original one was like 30 years old.
Oh, it was.
Or the one that I had was 30 years old.
Okay, so she was able to get it to last a while.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
So probably in the 80s maybe or early 90s.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm loving that lately because it is step outside and sweat season, and last summer
it's
I
cold enough
suffered.
to wear a
Yeah,
sweater.
long sleeve in the house.
I love
Yeah.
it. Yeah. And
I love
you've just
that.
been sleeping so well.
Yes.
I'm loving my garden because everything is just really pretty right now.
Mm.
I'll probably will have a different answer in a couple of months when it's really hot
and annoying.
and everything is just struggling to stay alive. But
Yeah.
Mr. Twist put in drip irrigation. And that has really made a difference of us not having to we still water, but we've also been getting a lot of rain.
Yeah, well, see,
and that has been helpful.
We were so dry for a long time. Like we were in a really big drought. And then we've had more rain the last month than we have all year probably. But that meant that a lot of my flowers didn't actually bloom. Now they're leafing out and greening. They're really green, but there were not a lot of blooms. Like my hydrangeas haven't really bloomed. And normally by this time
You'd have hydrangeas.
Everywhere. These are fake.
Yeah. Okay, what's one meal we can't stop making? Well, let's talk about one of the things that Brittany said she loves to make that I'd never had was pulled pork nachos. So we had those on night 1 when we were here.
Yeah. And it's not really making anything. It's so simple. And I took the easy way and I ordered I got barbecue pulled pork from a local barbecue restaurant to make it easy.
And you put them on kettle chips.
Put it on kettle chips. Yeah.
So it's a little different. It's a twist.
Yeah.
Twist?
Huh.
But it was super good.
It was.
We had that and bubbly. We had a glass of bubbly.
All the different fixings that you can have. You can go the salsa guacamole route with it, or you can do the barbecue sauce. I had pickled red onions on it.
And for dessert, she just baked some store-bought cookie dough, and it was perfect.
And put flaky salt on
it's
top.
what we talk about in our show is that you don't have to make homemade cookie dough, and you can serve nachos for dinner. And it'd be wonderful, very filling and delicious and unexpected.
And we just sat around the table and the pan was in the middle and we just talked
helped
and
ourselves.
ate, and it was nice.
It was really
and then
nice.
we did brunch the next day and my bestie made a quiche and brought it over, and then we had
good
fruit and chocolate croissants that I got from Target,
and coffee and
more
bubbly.
And then we ate at the nice restaurant last night.
Yeah,
my neighbor is a Bravo top chef. She won season 16 and she has a restaurant in town, and that's where we ate for dinner.
It was really good.
Really good.
Julie and I split a chicken fried steak, and you and Anna both had the steak frites. Yeah,
with truffle fries.
Yeah, and I had to order some truffle fries after I had
it was really good.
They were yummy.
Okay, but I guess the meal I can't stop making, I can't think of anything specific. I really do the girl dinner 9 times out of 10. It just is so easy when you're single and you don't want to get hot in the kitchen when it's hot outside. Girl dinners are the best.
Yeah.
Throw something together. A little charcuterie or a little version.
I love a good cheese.
I've eaten popcorn for supper a lot lately.
You have DoorDashed for popcorn?
I have DoorDash for popcorn. Yep.
It's not one specific meal, but I have really been using my air fryer a lot.
Yeah.
It's just good to put in a piece of salmon, chicken, hamburger, reheat your pizza, reheat your tacos.
Fries.
Yeah, fries. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. One recent purchase. Yours probably is your air conditioner.
That's a big recent purchase. Yes. I did buy, Target had these really pretty glass hurricanes that I had some Southern Living at Home hurricanes from when I sold that I
Yes.
broke. And they are almost just like them. I have them on
I
the
was going to
dining
ask
table.
you if those were Southern Living at Home, but
Yeah,
they're Target?
but they're from Target.
Well, let me go get them and we'll
here,
show
I'll get
every- Okay.
I'm close.
I'll talk while. So my recent purchase would probably be, I'm so excited, back to gardening. I have a lot of heirloom roses. I purchased my roses from the company called Heirloom Roses. And they do other things besides roses, but mainly that's their specialty. Okay, we're going to clip over here too. Those look just like the Southern
I
Living
know.
Hurricanes.
And I broke mine. And so these are from Target and they're big. See how big it is?
They're ginormous.
Same.
And see what I would do with that is I would put sand and seashells in the bottom of it with a taper. So I signed up for the Heirloom Roses beneficial insect subscription. And every month, they send you beneficial insects.
They send you a bug.
And I thought that it was just going to be like one little thing. But
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Twist sent me a picture this morning. It's 12 different pouches about this big that you open. And if you have a place to hang them in the garden, you can. And they fly out of the bag. There were 4 or 6 little white, almost kind of like a medicine cup that had insects in it. And then something else, and then a really nice card that tells you all the things that these insects will do. And so if you're trying to not use pesticide, which is best for your pollinators to not use pesticide because it kills the bees, and the bees are your pollinator. It kills butterflies and hummingbirds. It's not good for it. So you either release these bugs first thing in the morning or after in the evening when it's starting to get dark, and the bugs like that. And you release them and they eat all the bad things like spider mites and aphids and thrips and all the things that get into your vegetables.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I've never.
And it's $50 a month.
Imagine that there would be a subscription service for insects.
Yeah. So, and $50 may sound like a lot, but really it's $25 to buy a bag of ladybugs at the store. So at the nursery. So this way I've got all my.
That's interesting.
Yeah, they're release the hounds to eat all the bad things.
Yeah.
Okay, one design trend that we secretly love.
I think this is hard for me because I think I'm going to say color washing, color drenching. I don't want to do every room in it, but in my old house, I did my dining room all Sherwin-Williams Jasper Stone ceiling, walls, trim, and the built-in. And I think the bustle room, which is the room that's next on my project list, I might color wash it. I don't know what color because I want it to be my office, workspace, creative space, but also a place to have guests sleep if I need to. We were talking about that yesterday, maybe putting a day bed in there. But I like the idea of color drenching it for something different because I haven't done that anywhere else in the house.
And see, I'm just the opposite. I've had color in my house and now I'm painting everything white. I mean, I'm a girl that used to have a red kitchen, red dining room. I had Doug's den is orange. My office is turquoise. The guest bed, one of the guest bedrooms is kind of a same turquoise color. It's called Dragonfly. So at one point I liked color. And I love color in decorating, like color with pillows and accent pieces. But I don't know why. I'm just going back to repainting the walls white. Maybe because I've collected a lot of art.
Yeah.
And I'm wanting the art to show. So that's interesting.
The rest of my house's walls are neutral, except for now the dining room has wallpaper. But I love it so much.
So pretty. Okay. One thing bringing comfort lately.
Can I say the air conditioner again? Just kidding.
Yes. That's a big one for the summer if in the South.
A lot of time with my little nibblings. That's been comforting lately. You know, they're at a fun age. The youngest is 2 and then 6 and 8. And I don't know, end of the school year, all the May-Cember stuff, we did all that. And they just make me so happy and they give me so much joy and makes me excited, sharing the stories of our family and my home and my brother's home and things like that. They bring me comfort. So.
Yeah. I think my comfort's retirement of knowing I don't have to be anywhere. The only day I really have to be anywhere is on Wednesday, and that's when I work at the little boutique. And that's been fun because it's given me kind of something to like a schedule or routine. And I've been helping them with their social media, and I love meeting the customers that come in and helping them find the perfect outfit to wear, to a birthday or a graduation or, they just want to have something pretty. That's been fun. So
when I was home for my after my knee surgery, the first couple of weeks weren't really fun.
You were in pain.
But, it was so hard to go back to work.
Yeah.
I love a slow morning. Y'all know I talk about that all the time.
Why do we have to work?
I don't understand either. Why can't we I don't know why I'm not independently wealthy.
Why can't money just
grow on trees?
Automatically deposit somewhere?
I think money is a invented thing anyway. Why can't we just have what we need?
Yeah.
But it was so nice because I had to go to like PT and stuff. But other than that, I didn't leave my house for about 6 weeks.
Which is bliss.
And then I started driving again and I, ran a few errands and things, but I generally just stayed at home.
And your neighbors came over and made sure you weren't dead.
Yeah, they checked on me. My car didn't move for a while and I had one neighbor be like, "You all right?" I'm like, "I'm good. Had knee surgery."
At the house? Yeah. I've been doing house projects, so my car hasn't left the garage either. That's been nice to not have to worry about going anywhere.
Yeah. Home is okay. So home brings us comfort, obviously.
Absolutely.
So.
Yeah. One thing, inspiring creativity.
Oh,
I'll go. So I have a couple of projects I've been wanting to do, and one is my laundry room.
Okay.
And I don't have my phone with me to tell you the name of the artist.
It's Melissa Dayton.
Melissa Dayton.
She's my friend.
Is she your friend in real life?
Not in real life. We just know each other online.
Okay, so it's Melissa Dayton Art. Okay, is the Instagram. So if you follow me on Instagram, you know that about 3 weeks ago, I was entering a bathroom glow-up project.
Yes.
Was not going to be a remodel. I was keeping all of the fixtures, but I just needed, it was in the gray family.
Yeah, it was time to update that.
It was time to get out of the Chip and Joanna Gaines gray family because I don't have anything in my house that's gray, and I don't know why I did that, but nevertheless. So I painted the cabinetry a real pretty apple green, and I was going to put a stencil pattern that looks like rattan on a chair.
Oh, okay.
The rattan that looks kind of like
the caning.
Caning. Well, the first attempt looked terrible. I was too heavy with my paint. And then the second stencil that I tried, I wasn't heavy enough. And I just thought, if I keep going with this, I'm going to, first of all, have to go back and repaint over that. And I just didn't have the confidence in myself that I was going to make it look nice.
Oh, yeah.
So I immediately aborted the mission and primed over that. And then it's all white. But I have some beautiful art. So Melissa saw my story that said I failed at stenciling. And she said, "Why don't you let me help you out with wallpaper?" So I've got some beautiful wallpaper. I've received it.
Yeah.
But one of the challenges is I don't have walls like you. I have got orange peel walls. And so I've watched a video from Chris Loves Julia on how to take the texture off my wall and make it smooth. So that's my project next Thursday.
Okay.
And then we're going to put in beadboard below.
Okay, I love that.
Wallpaper above. And then I'm just going to hang a couple of nautical pictures.
I like
and that's going to be my laundry room. So it's going to make it really bright and fresh. I painted everything else white. And then I got a tension rod like Janet.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And I have a tension rod that now covers the washer, dryer, and the litter boxes.
I could do that in my laundry room.
You could.
To cover my washer and dryer.
But you don't really need to. I was really doing it more because you've got a door.
I do have a door.
We took the door off so the cats could
go
in
and
there.
out.
And I just didn't like the fact that it was just like ugly laundry room right next to the powder room. Everything else in my house is pretty. And then you get to that and it's just, ugh. And it's one of those, why do men not appreciate the fact when they're building homes that a laundry room needs to be substantial? It needs to be not just a pass through.
Yeah.
The women in particular spend so much time in these laundry rooms. Why can't they be pretty?
They should be pretty.
So I'm making it into a jewel box.
I love it.
So that's inspired my creativity.
Yeah, I think for me, books, the computer is stacked up on design books. And every now and then I just get a wild hair to look through them and try to
That's
mimic.
what my job is going to be this summer, is to actually read let's show them what we're talking about.
Okay. Well, okay. Hold on. We'll do this one. It's James Farmer.
Yeah, show them what a James Farmer book looks like.
Now you're lower.
That's all right.
Here, hold on. You do
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
This is Arriving Home, which is, I think, was maybe his first interior design book.
I mean,
Can't
when you go
remember
to
exactly.
estate sales or book and books are having clearances or something, look for beautiful coffee table books because they're just so inspiring. I mean, I might look at that and go, I have a mirror that looks like that.
Mhm.
I've got, see how he did that with,
Oh, yeah.
made a little vignette.
Vignette.
They're just great to inspire you to go, it's a rainy Saturday. What else do I have to do?
Look, I have a note.
She has a little note inside here that says
Shelf
shelf styling
styling.
idea. Look at that. So you can just go and get inspiration on how to restyle your stuff without having to go and buy anything new.
Mhm.
So that's my goal this summer is to actually read my coffee table books.
I just will look at one every now and then, and if I want to restyle a surface or something, to just get some ideas
inspiration
of things I could put together and stories I could tell on my surfaces.
Yeah, I love it.
That's what's inspiring my creativity.
Okay.
All right.
Are we going to move on?
Yes.
Okay. So now we actually are going to do what is our traditional Porch Talk speed round.
Yes.
Right. So I'm going to ask you first.
Okay.
Okay. What's your most irrational pet peeve?
People that don't dim their lights when they meet you in the road. And I think this is mainly a more rural, country road kind of situation because 4-lane highways,
they have their high beams on.
They're bright.
And they don't lower them. That bothers you. That would bother me too. That's kind of rude.
And as I get older, it's worse because I can't see. It's, in the driving at night's harder as you get older.
Yeah.
But that annoys me. It's all driving. All of my irrational pet peeves are related to driving, I think.
Yeah.
What about yours?
I would agree.
Mm-hmm.
People who don't have situational awareness.
Yeah,
that's really more in the grocery store or in Costco or Sam's or BJ's.
Yes.
When they have their cart right in the middle of the aisle. It's like, could you move over?
Like, let's treat it like a roadway, y'all.
Yes.
Get on the right side
Exactly.
if you're going that direction.
Or their kids are in the way and they don't tell their kids. Or you open the door for somebody and they don't say thank you.
Oh, I can't stand that.
That makes me mad.
But maybe we're too Southern in that
What's
regard.
a trend you secretly love?
I have a hard time really liking trends because I'm anti-trend in general. Well, I guess it's trendy right now is vintage. And so it's not a secret that I love that. I just hope it's not a trend. But I can't think of what is trendy.
There are some things that you do that are trendy that I like too, but you're more lean into the girl dinner.
Oh, yeah. Well,
cheese for dinner.
Mm-hmm. What else?
There's something I want to try, which is the dot cake.
The dot cake?
Yeah, it's very viral right now.
Okay, well.
You take I think it was inspired by you had like a 9x13 or even a round cake and you have it left over.
Mm-hmm.
And you're kind of at the end of it, but you don't know what to do with it. And you don't really want to throw it away because it's still perfectly good. So you take the remnants of a cake and you put it in a small little mason jar.
Oh.
And it either has icing still on it or you make a small batch of icing and you put it over the top.
Yeah.
And then you turn it upside down and you dip it into sprinkles and you pack it in there and it makes it kind of like a creme brulee. So when you go to put your spoon through it, it makes like a sound.
Okay.
So I think I want to do that and put that on Instagram.
That'd be fun.
Make a dot cake. Okay. What's something everyone seems to love that you just don't understand?
Love Island.
Oh, I don't like any of those.
Mm-mm.
And one of my cast members on Netflix, Nick, the guy who voted me off.
That one.
He's on one that's a Netflix show. And I can't think
Age of Attraction?
No.
I don't get that one either.
It's another one where it's 6 or 7 men and 6 or 7 women and they hook up. And, yeah. So I never got into Love Island.
Mm-mm.
I used to be a big bachelorette, but now it's just, I'm not interested anymore.
Yeah.
And on the last Golden Bachelor, he turned out to be kind of a weirdo, so I didn't even watch it. So
yeah. Okay. Oh, speaking of TV, what's your comfort TV show?
I'm supposed to be asking you.
Okay, I'm sorry.
What's your comfort TV show?
I have a couple. The Andrew Griffith Show. It just is easy to watch. Reminds me of my dad. We watched it together or we watch it together still. And then we talked about Psych earlier today. Like, that's
Yes.
one that I can watch over and over again. Same with Gilmore Girls, that I don't get sucked into because I've seen it a lot.
Right.
And then Parks and Rec is another one like that.
It's just something to have on in the background when
Yeah.
you're doing something, so the house isn't
Yeah.
quiet. What was your first job?
Besides babysitting, I worked during the summers at my dad's law office and just kind of helped with
Filing things.
Yeah.
That's when you had to file papers.
And I would type things and, and take notes, and he'd stand over me and I'd type letters and things like that. I have good typing speed.
Do you remember how much you got paid?
Like $300 a week or something like that.
Oh my gosh, you were rolling in the dough.
Well, he could, like you can, if you have a business and you're self-employed, you can pay a child a certain amount per year.
Yeah.
And so
you were really like, that's $1,200
but I was like,
a month.
I think I only did that like that wasn't my first like W-2 job. My first W-2 job was a little boutique on the square in town that I worked at over my junior summer year, I think. And I did that at my dad's office my senior summer year before I went to college, because I didn't have to worry about the schedule, and I could do things I needed to get ready for college,
Right.
but still
if you
make a little money.
Early and go to orientation or something.
Yeah. What about you?
Well, you'll ask me these.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. If you had to eat one meal for a month, what would it be?
I don't know. Those steak frites last night were really good with the truffle fries.
I know what mine would be.
What?
You want to just start asking me?
You just
go
go.
in reverse.
We'll go in reverse.
Soup.
Soup. Oh, yeah. I could do soup every day.
I just love soup. I had a bowl of soup coming up. We stopped at a place called Kit's Cornbread and Pies. Cornbread was spelled with a K, which is another one of my pet peeves.
Misspelling things. I know what another one is.
What?
Spelling names weirdly.
Yes. I mean,
just spell them like they're supposed to be spelled.
I don't know, that cute little directory that had all your little nieces dance compadres in it, and they were just spelling traditional names incorrectly. Not incorrectly, but just with a twist.
That don't make
like,
sense.
that child is, first of all, the name doesn't make any sense. Maybe it's a family name, but they're never going to be able to find a license plate.
Yeah. No.
Okay. Anyway, okay.
What was your first job?
My first job, other than babysitting and other than working for my parents, was I was a hostess at the Shrimp Bucket.
Okay.
And I learned real quick how annoying it is to go up to people and say, your table's ready, and they turn around and keep talking or finish their drink. And you're trying to move things along. You're like, I need to get you seated so I can move to the next person.
Now, when my table's ready,
and
I
was 16 when I was doing that. So I couldn't be real aggressive, but it did make me mad.
Yeah. That would make me mad too. What is your comfort TV show?
Well, we talked about how I like to watch The Rookie in the background. But my favorite comfort TV show, something I watch that just feels good and
I know. It was hard for me. I just went to the ones that I will just turn on to have something.
Maybe something like Will and Grace or Frasier, that just is funny.
Yeah.
And it doesn't take much mind.
Yeah. And there's no
power.
like emotional,
Yeah.
Okay. What is something everyone seems to love that you just don't understand?
The show Bear.
Oh, yeah, I didn't get that either.
I tried watching the first episode and I just did not. And I have heard that you have to get kind of past the first couple episodes, but I just could not get into it. And everybody says it's just so fantastic. So maybe I need to try it again.
Yeah. What is a trend that you secretly love?
Trend that I secretly love. I don't know that it's a secret, but I love scarves. I love how scarves are.
Oh, yeah, that is.
And I like to put them obviously around my neck, but I like to wear them around my bracelet. Around my wrist. And we both follow Debbie Vincent art. And she's got beautiful scarves. And one thing that she just bought, which I have, are horse bits.
Oh, yeah, I have a few too.
You do?
I need to do that.
And she showed how you can put your scarves and make a horse bit necklace. And another gal, Catherine Carty, designs. She actually has a pop-up in the same shopping center where the boutique is that I work at. But you can find her online. It's Catherine Carty, Kartie.
Okay.
But she's an artist. So she does art and acrylics and things, but she has a line of scarves. And she's got scarf pendants.
Okay.
Like butterflies.
I love that.
That you can put your scarf through. So
you know what another trend that I love? Brooches are coming back.
Yes.
Yeah.
And wearing them in clusters, not just one. Yeah, I've got a whole bunch of brooches.
All right, last one. What's your most irrational pet peeve?
Situational awareness,
Mm.
in driving, in just being in people's way. And I think it's rudeness.
Mm-hmm.
It's not being aware that there are
Of
other
others.
people
Yeah.
in the atmosphere,
Mm-hmm.
and what you're doing is just being rude.
Mm-hmm.
Rudeness,
Mm-hmm.
probably.
I agree. Okay, we're going to do a quick fire round of this or that.
Okay.
And then we'll close out with some Porch Talk Brittany and Melissa edition questions.
Yes.
Okay, so this or that, fresh flowers or candles?
Fresh flowers.
Same. Let's answer them at the same time.
Although when we walked into Brittany's house on Friday, her home smelled so good.
Yeah.
You had candles burning in every room.
I did.
I mean, she practiced all the things we talk about. The lights were on. The house just was so inviting and pretty, and it smelled pretty.
I always worry that it smells like dog.
And you
so
know, and you welcomed us outside with a hug. I mean, it just,
Mhm.
it was really nice.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I'm glad. All right, antique store, bookstore.
If I'm honest, a bookstore.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm antique store.
Yeah.
For sure. Paper planner or phone calendar?
I really do try to do the paper planner,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm phone calendar.
I have to do a combo. Like, I
Yeah.
have to do a combo. My paper planner is more for like goal setting
Yeah, you're so
and
good at that.
strategy kind of things, but my phone is for my appointments and schedule so that I don't miss something, because if it's not in my phone to remind me,
Yeah,
I'll struggle with
same.
that.
I mean, ask me, have I done that social media planner that I?
Oh, that you bought?
Oh.
I use a spreadsheet for stuff like that, like,
Mm.
a digital version. Okay, so linen napkins or paper napkins?
Linen.
Yeah. Mhm.
Although I use paper napkins when it's just me.
Yeah.
Or
And,
paper
like, we did paper
towels.
napkins for the nacho night.
Yeah, but that was necessary
because you have to
there's
use a
just
lot
certain
of them.
foods you don't want to get your
Yeah.
your pretty linen,
Yeah.
like spaghetti.
Yeah.
But
But with breakfast, we did cloth napkins.
it was nice.
So,
Yeah.
okay, beach cottage or mountain cabin? This one's real hard for me too.
I want to say both.
Yeah, can I have both? Like, if I'm
Mhm.
having a second and third home, one is going to be there and one's going to be the other.
Yeah, in fact, if I had won the money on the
Oh,
show,
yeah.
we were going to buy a house in Maine on the water. And then I thought, I might even buy a house in Santa Fe near my sister. So that would be the mountains.
Mountains.
Because when I was growing up, and I've shared this before,
Mm-hmm.
my dad would take a couple of weeks off for vacation. And 1 week we'd go to the mountains
Mhm.
because he wanted cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then 1 week we'd go to the beach because my mother wanted water. And my dad didn't know how to swim.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I think if I had to pick, gosh,
I mean, I think a mountain home would be a whole lot easier to take care of.
Yeah, and not as much insurance problems with
Yeah.
hurricanes and flooding
Although
situation.
you got fire.
That's a
There
good
might be
point with the
fire
mountains.
insurance.
Mhm.
Yeah, if we got insurance people out there, tell us what we should invest in.
Mhm.
Beach or
Beach or
forest.
mountain. Mhm.
Mhm.
Okay, so this one's hard too. Vintage silver or vintage china?
China.
Yeah, china.
China's easier to take care of.
That's true. But I do love my vintage silver. And I like it. Like, sometimes I don't like, if I'm just I use a lot of silver for things that aren't its actual purpose. Not
Like-
just silverware.
Like
but
underneath her couch right now, she's got a huge, beautiful silver platter that she has stacks of magazines on, so that it easily can go underneath her sofa
Mhm.
and out of the way, but it's beautifully presented. I just love that.
And it's mainly because I don't have where to store it
I
because it's
just
so
love
big.
it. I love it.
But it's a great way. You can just pull it out and get a magazine.
Yeah.
Okay. Sunrise or sunset? We've kind of, I think we've talked about this. Like, even though I'm a morning person, I'm a sunset gal.
Yeah, and I don't get up when it's sunrise.
Right. Cake or pie?
Cake.
Me too.
It depends on what kind of cake.
Oh, yeah. That's the truth right there.
Like if you offered me,
If it's chocolate on chocolate, I'm going to pick pie.
I have to say that I have gotten to be where I don't like chocolate on chocolate. I don't prefer chocolate on chocolate like I used to. I'm always a hardcore white on white.
Mhm.
If it's a cake that I'm not sure about the icing, if it's going to be like
Right.
a whipped or
Yeah.
whipped cream thing, and I'm offered that or a piece of pie, I would go
might
for
say
pie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do think it depends on the cake, for sure. Okay. Thrifted treasure or brand new purchase?
Thrifted treasure.
They went, and even she got a thrifted treasure yesterday, even though it's not vintage or anything. She was wanting a coffee pot with a coffee grinder in it. So we're going to hope that it works.
Yeah, I need a coffee pot, a drip coffee pot, because every once in a while I want to try like a ground coffee that's not Keurig, and I don't have a coffee maker, and I didn't really want to pay $100 for a coffee maker. So I found one at Goodwill. I plugged it in, and it's a Braun, which is a nice brand.
And it has the grinder in it, right?
No, it doesn't.
Oh, it doesn't have where you can ground the beans?
It does,
Okay.
but that would be ideal.
That would be.
So I'm going to get it home. I did plug it in the store. It does turn on. We don't know yet if it makes coffee. If it doesn't, I just will take it back to Goodwill, and I'll consider it a donation.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, last one. Dinner party or coffee gathering?
Both.
Oh, yeah. I would say for me, coffee gathering. I don't know.
Depends on my mood. Like, I don't know. In the fall, maybe. I don't know. I just think there's value to both.
Yeah.
Coffee gathering is great for someone who's newly hosting, or maybe you just don't have a lot of energy right now, but you still want to connect with people and women in particular. And you can just make a coffee cake or go and buy some pastries at your favorite bakery, make a pot of coffee or Keurig and have some different creamers. And
I think it's a low stress way
it's an instant party
to host,
Yeah.
So, okay. We have a few more questions. This is Porch Talk, Brittany and Melissa edition, since we are meeting for the first time IRL in real life. So, what's one thing that we've talked about but never discussed on the podcast? I thought about this. We never have discussed on the podcast some of the hateful comments that we get on our social media accounts, because you put yourself out there. You're not everybody's cup of tea, and you're going to get some snarkiness and some rudeness because people can hide behind their keyboard. But we've never talked about it on the podcast, but we've talked about it from time to time.
Yeah.
Just how to deal with that.
You get them more about your height.
Yeah.
Like, people don't understand. I'm like, why are they interested in how tall she is?
And the clutter. A lot of people love to talk about my clutter.
Yeah. Like, people comment more about how they feel I'm just really putting my daughter in a poor position of having to figure out what to do with all my stuff when I die.
I've gotten that comment too, like, your poor children. And I said, guess what? I don't have any.
And it's like, I'm dead, and haven't for centuries we dealt with our parents' things after they've gone, or your husband's things, or your mom's things. I mean,
and that's part of processing grief, I think.
Yeah, it's just part of the process. I mean, who goes, okay, I'm going to get rid of all my stuff because I'm going to die one day.
Yeah.
One day.
Yeah. Don't you want to enjoy your home and life while you are alive? And that's one of the things that we do in Storykeeper Circle. We talk about meaningful and thoughtful decisions about those things. Like, if you want to downsize and you need to get rid of things, you can do that in a way that honors the story, honors what you want in your life right now. You don't have to give everything away. You don't have to Swedish death clean. You know?
And the thing about it is that Phoebe does want my things. And this is something that we talked about the other day, is that if you tell the story of your things to your children, your nieces, your nephews, and they know there's a purpose behind why you have it, then they're going to want to have it.
That's what I preach. It's up to us to make the things meaningful for future generations. It's our job.
Yes.
To display it, use it, tell the stories, make it a part of their lives so that meaning attaches itself to them, to those things.
Yes. And if Phoebe doesn't want something and she doesn't find anybody else in the family that wants it, and it goes to Goodwill, and that means someone else like me or like you will go on to love whatever it is.
Yeah, adopt it.
Yes. So those people need to move on. But here's the thing that Brittany and I have noticed, is that we have such a kind and loving community on our Instagrams that we basically just let our followers take care of those people, and they will eat them alive and put them in a nice tiny box, and then we don't ever have to deal with them again.
Although I do sometimes get sassy back. On Facebook, I get sassy.
I do say things like, I'm, it brings me joy. And if it brings me joy, I don't understand why you're having a problem with it.
Mine lately has been, you do you, I'll do me, bless your heart.
Yeah. Are you hungry? Isn't that what you said?
Yeah. Well, there was one girl that was like really way crazy about something. I can't remember if it was about clutter or I don't know. Anyways, I was like, bless your heart. Are you hungry? That's just how I replied. Oh, well.
If you wrote a book together, what would the title be?
If we wrote a book together, Dynamite comes in small packages.
It does. I don't know. We might call it the sentimental twist.
The sentimental twist. Yeah, for sure.
You know?
For sure.
Yeah. Because our niches are very similar, but distinctive enough that we can each bring value to the conversation.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Okay.
What would our listeners say is the most repeated phrase?
I don't know. What do you think? Our most repeated phrase. Post with intention, not perfection. We say that.
You've said no thank you bite.
Oh, and she says, I'm going to take a no thank you bite.
Which I did on the nuts.
Which she did on the boiled peanuts. No thank you bite. What else? Y'all tell us, what's our most repeated phrase? And it doesn't have to be serious, like about content. It could just be about our
and we forgot, we have the email, the sentimentaltwistpodcast@gmail.com. Yeah. And you can send us ideas or comments or, feedback and tell us what you thought of today's little, Julie's coming in here. Do you want to be on camera? Oh, Brady.
Oh, that's fine. He's fine.
Come on, Brady. Come here, buddy. Does he need to go outside?
No, he's coming to sit.
Okay. He's like, it's time for me to be near my mom.
Some snacks.
Which one of us would accidentally start a conversation with a stranger in line?
Both of us.
Yes. I just love people, and Anna, we've already talked about this.
A little bit.
About Anna. She's probably not going to come over today.
Got so many questions for me. But she did not say that. We're just putting words in her mouth.
Let's ask her, though.
I think she really likes it because, you asked her questions about her family and her parents, and she's an only child. She's lost both of her parents, and I think she loves being able to talk about it.
Sure.
And she doesn't get to.
I mean, I wasn't annoying, but for somebody who's kind of like an introvert, which she has self-proclaimed that she's an introvert.
Yeah, she is definitely an introvert compared to me.
Yeah. But yeah, you and I will just make friends with anybody. And was that how your mom was? Yeah, and that's how my dad was. When I was little, and I may have shared this story on the podcast, is that we'd go camping and we'd set up camp, and Mother's job, as most women's jobs, is to cook the meal. And Daddy would go off and make friends. And my mother would say, it's time for dinner. And this is when you could do this with your child, a girl child. You could just let them roam a campsite. Yeah. Couldn't do that now. No. And I would go and find Daddy, and he would be sitting among the 10 or 15 people drinking a beer and chatting. And then I'd say, Daddy, it's time for dinner. And they would all say, goodbye, Raymond. We'll see you tomorrow. Remember, 1 o'clock, we're leaving to go do such and such. And, he just he was like, Will Rogers said, I'd never met a stranger.
Yeah. Ours was, we would always go out if we went out to eat, the rest of us would be in the car waiting on Mama to say all her goodbyes to everybody in the restaurant.
Yes. That's cute. Okay. Right. Which one of us is more likely to come home from an antique store with something completely unnecessary?
That's probably, again, both of us.
I mean, I came home with those dishes
from Dollar Tree yesterday. But yeah, we both love a good, like if it's a find that you're not going to necessarily find anywhere else for that price, you're going to bring it home.
Or it just speaks to you.
If it speaks to you.
And usually it speaks to you because it brings back a memory. Like, oh my gosh, I remember my mom had one of these or whatever. And this is Brady. If anybody's not any sweet, he's just so sweet. And down here on the floor is Miss Annabelle. She's she can't hear and he can't see. So it's a perfect combination
for me and my elderly dogs.
Yes. Okay, so that is our bonus episode of the Sentimental Twist podcast.
When internet friends meet in real life.
And it can happen.
And it's fun.
There are so many beautiful things about the internet, and I'm just honored to be your friend.
Same.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, y'all. See you next time.